everybody, it's Eden from Lemonerdy, and today I am going to be doing my first ever movie review. Now, I've done a couple of book reviews, but this is for the Teen Titans Go review. I saw the Teen Titans Go I saw the Teen Titans Go movie on Wednesday, and it comes out in all theaters on Friday. So I'm going to be answering 20 questions about the movie that I have in this journal. So, the first question is, why did you want to see the movie? I wanted to see the movie because I watched all the TV show. I watched it every Thursday night with my family, and it was really funny. We loved the whole series because we saw every single episode, and so we thought that the movie would be a great movie to see, and it would be really good. So the second question is, what was the movie about? So the movie was about how Robin wanted to get his own movie about the Teen Titans, how Batman and Superman and all of them had their own movies, several of their own movies, and they were in each other's movies and all of that, but the Teen Titans wanted their own movie. And Robin was willing to do anything to get it. And the third question is, who was your favorite character and why? I think my favorite character was Slade. Well, Slade usually isn't in the show. He was in one episode and he wasn't as funny in that episode. But in this movie, Slade was really funny and he did these mind illusion things, which is really just cheap magic tricks where he pulled off his thumb and all that. But my main favorite character through the TV show and the movies was Starfire, which is why I decided that I would braid my hair with pink ends to dress like Starfire to see the movie on Wednesday. So, question number 4. Who was your least favorite character and why? I think my least favorite character was... I think it was the movie producer because she was kind of annoying and she was mean and annoying at the same time, so it just I don't like you. And question number 5. Would you want to live in the world created for this movie? I would definitely want to live in the Teen Titans Go world, Jump City, because mostly you really can get mangled and then the next episode you're brand new and fixed. So, and you could do all these amazing things, basically because it's a cartoon world. You could do whatever you want and things could just magically appear, and I don't think I've ever actually seen the Titans buy anything. So you can basically just get stuff. But I mean, they don't. Maybe they just haven't figured it out that they're in a cartoon world and they can do whatever they want. So, question number 6. If you were a new character in this movie, who would you be? I was a new character. I don't know where I would fit a new character in the story. Maybe Slade's sidekick or another superhero in the background, one of the superheroes that had their own movie, Lemonerdy Girl. The superhero that has the power to make amazing vlogs and book reviews and all that stuff. She just, bam, and you have an amazing YouTube channel with 120 subscribers, and she can just make anyone's vlog into an amazing show. So, that would be my character. Question number 8. No, question number 7. What was your first thought when the movie started? My first thought when the movie started was, how many times in this movie are they going to make fun of Marvel? Because in the very beginning, I don't want to spoil it, but I kind of have to, where they, you know how in the beginning of all the Marvel movies, they have the comic strips flipping over and over again? Well, they did that, but with the DC comic strips, the old comic strips, and then it turns out, and then it went away, and then the seagull was reading a comic book. You know how the seagull's always on the rock, and it changes character to the seagull, and the squid, and the pelican, and the crab. Well, the seagull from the very first season was flipping through the comic books, and then it just panned out, and there was a seagull on the rock, and then the Teen Titans Tower. I thought that was really funny. I'm like, how many more times are they going to make fun of Marvel in this movie? And it turns out that they did. Question number 8. What were you thinking when the movie ended? Well, I'm glad I saved you the end credits because I don't want to spoil it. But if you didn't want any spoilers, then you wouldn't have watched the video. So in the very end, there was like this what's it called? It's like scratch. It's like when the TV scratches, like a really old TV. It's like, and then you see the anime Teen Titans, and they're like, I think we found our way back, because they said that their season 6 was coming, and it never did. I never actually watched it. Like I watched like 2 episodes or something with my older brother because that's the show that he used to watch. He was kind of precarious about watching the Teen Titans Go series when it first came out, but it turns out we really liked it, and now that I'm into the Teen Titans Go, I want to see what the regular Teen Titans is like. So I am glad that they're going to be bringing it back. Question number 9. If you were watching the movie and had to use the bathroom really badly, would you go or do you hold it? If you have to use the bathroom, girl, you better hold it because this movie is so good. It's funny the whole way through. So it's not just little funny bits, it's funny. You could go like 2 seconds and it's funny again. So you're just laughing the entire movie and it's great. So you're just going to have to wait until the end of the movie because it's that good. You don't want to miss anything. Question number 10. If you could have a job on this movie, what would it be? I was working on the movie. Usually, if I'm doing something like that, I would probably want to be the director because animating, I've always thought that it's like really, really hard. You have to pay attention to so many details and all that stuff. I think that directing would be really fun to do in cartoons and movies and all that stuff because I get to make sure that it has my perfect vision in line, and then it's so fun to see how it turns out in the end. Like this is how it started, and then maybe in the middle I got a few ideas, and then it ended like this. It's even better than when I saw it at the beginning. So, question number 11: would you buy the soundtrack? Yes, the soundtrack for this movie was so good. It was the songs, it went with it, and they had some 80s songs. You might know the song "Take Me On" by Aha. I love to sing that song in the car. Take me on, take on me. And they were riding the 80s tricycles. It was hilarious. And anyway, so what was I about to say? Soundtrack. Oh yeah, so I love that song and Teen Titans Go. Sometimes I feel like it's more for adults than for kids because sometimes it has lots of 80s songs. And fortunately, since my parents they always make us listen to like old songs and stuff like that, so I actually know those songs, and I get some of the jokes when they stick the stuff in there from because I mean, when you think about it, the people who are making the show aren't kids, so they just throw things in there for the adults that are watching. And so I think the soundtrack was really good. It wasn't all 80s stuff, but it was a really cool song. I won't tell you what was happening because I don't want to spoil the entire thing, even though I have spoiled most of the important parts. So, question number 12. Watch alone or with friends? Well, movies that I would watch alone is mostly if it's a sad movie and I would probably cry, or if it's a movie that I would not watch otherwise. Like if I was watching the Strawberry Shortcake Adventures or something like that, I would probably not watch it with a friend. Not that I would watch a movie like that. That's just a example. Anyway, I would definitely watch this movie with friends because it's really funny and you have so much to talk about after it's done. Because there's so many bits and pieces in the movie that you love, like you can't even pick a favorite part because there's so many pieces that's just like, ah! And then you're just talking and talking and talking. You can't even remember what you were trying to say because every time you talk about something, you think about something else because the movie was just so full of everything and it was great. Question number 13. What emotions do you feel when you watch this movie? Well, this movie I mostly felt shock and happiness and yay, if that's a feeling, because I'm like, oh my gosh, how did they even come up with this stuff? Because it's just so crazy and awesome and hilarious. So it's mostly shock and happiness and glee. I don't really know what it is, but I think that's a positive emotion. Glee. It's also a TV show. And a club. And lots of schools. So, let's see. Question number 14. Would you watch it again, or is one time good enough? This movie is the kind of movie that you would watch over and over and over and over again until you knew all of the words into the movie. Because sometimes you might watch a movie and someone else, they've watched the movie like a billion times. It might be like a movie from the 2000s, and like your older brother or sister will know all the words because they watched it so many times. Or you might know all the words to one of your favorite movies. Make sure that you comment down below if you have a favorite movie that you know all the words to. And so this movie I would watch a bunch of times until I knew all the words, but then I would probably be laughing most of the time, so I wouldn't be able to memorize all the words because they're just so funny. Question number 15. Does it need to be seen on a big screen in the theater, or can you wait and watch it at home on a tablet? It's a hard question. I mean, it was fun to see it on a big screen, but it was kind of, since it's a TV I'm kind of used to it being a TV show. I could watch it on a tablet, but maybe it just didn't give it the full effect of the experience and the fact that that they're making a movie and it's not the TV show. And I mean, I could watch it on tablet, but it wouldn't be, I don't know. It wouldn't give the full effect of Teen Titans Go to the movies. So, I would watch that in a theater, but on a phone or a tablet or something like that would be okay too. See, question 16. What surprised you most about this movie? I think what surprised me most about this movie was that Slade was in it, because Slade was only in one episode of the Teen Titans, and it was kind of like mysterious. So I didn't really know that much about Slade, and I kind of wanted to know more. And it's surprising that he was in the movie because he wasn't really in the trailer. Because in the trailers, I didn't really know how the movie was gonna go, and I was kind of nervous because I didn't want it to go bad because I've been rooting for Teen Titans all the way, and I don't want the critics to be like, oh my gosh, this is terrible. So I was mostly surprised on how good it was, and the fact that Slade was in it, who is supposed to be the arch enemy of the Titans in the real show. So I thought that was most surprising, and the fact that it was really good. And I am also very excited to see what the critics will have to say about it, because I bet it's nothing. So, question number... See, there's two 16s. I guess we're doing 21 questions. Question number 16 again. Should there be a sequel? While I would enjoy a sequel, I don't think there really could be a sequel because it's not like its original own thing. It seems kind of like the Teen Titans movie is a sequel to the show. because it's not like an original thing. The Incredibles, it wasn't anything before that. It just came out, and then there's another one. And you don't know anything about the Incredibles besides what was in the movie. So I think there should only be one movie. I wouldn't do a two, because there's plenty of chances for you to learn more about the Titans and watch more of the Titans in the other episodes. So I definitely do not think there should be a sequel, because people are going to be like, oh my gosh, the sequel is going to be terrible. Just like people are probably thinking that the movie's going to be terrible. While people like me are hoping that it's going to be really good, and it was. Question number 17. Oh wait, there was that question twice too. So it still is 20 questions. 18. What would have made this movie better? Well, this movie, there was a lot of other characters from the DC things, like Wonder Woman, Superman, all of the other people in the Justice League. But what I think would be even better was if they included people from the shows that they met, like Sticky Joe and the handsome alien thing. I don't really remember what the name was. I don't remember what it was called, but she was in this weird diamond ship something. Or the Tooth Fairy, the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus, something like that, and they would incorporate all the things that you came across during the show. But they did incorporate the animals that are always in the beginning of every show, like the pigeon and the seagull and the crab and the, what's it called, the squid thing. Keep wanting to call it an octopus, but it's a squid. So let's see. What kind of person would like this movie? And should you see this movie if? Should you not see this movie if? You should see this movie if you are a fan of Teen Titans Go already, and you love DC things. Even if you don't know about Teen Titans Go, it would be a great thing to watch if you want to know about the Teen Titans, and if you should watch the show, then it's definitely good for advertising the show on Cartoon Network. You should not see this movie if, let's see, I don't really think there's a reason why you shouldn't see the movie, because it's so funny and people of all ages can watch it, and I don't know. Yeah, I think anybody can watch it. On a scale, the very last question of all, on a scale of 1 to 10 being the best, what would you rate this movie? Well, there were bits and pieces that I wasn't sure of, but the fact that it was so funny all the way through, I know I may have mentioned this before, but it was really hilarious, and sometimes they did incorporate things, and I'm like, oh, I see that, oh my gosh, I noticed that. Things like that, and they did actually end up putting Stan Lee in the movie. I won't tell you how, but he got in there. And I think I would rate this maybe 8.7. Because I think it was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't the kind of movie that's emotional and it will stick, even though emotional movies might have some funny parts in there. It's not really the kind of movie that would like stick in your heart and it's like something that you would hold forever. I think it's just kind of a fun movie that you would watch with your family or your friends or something like that. So those are all of my questions, and make sure that you like and subscribe to my YouTube channel at Lemonerdy so that you can see all of my other videos. Bye!